Today. Thank you. Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have a cheese recall after an outbreak and some deaths, unfortunately. Now, specifically, this comes to us thanks to Sarah at Fox News. They say, quote, Listeria outbreak across more than 10 states linked to recalled dairy products and 2 deaths, according to the CDC. The deaths, unfortunately, they were also associated with the Listeria outbreak were reported in California as well as Texas. Now, they also know that it has sickened 26 people and hospitalized 23 of which, and then 2 of which have passed away. The specific company is by the name of Rizzo Lopez Foods, and they issued a voluntary recall on Monday for all cheeses and all other dairy products made in Modesto, California facility. And they say, quote, because they have potential to be contaminated with Listeria monocytogenes, unquote. Monocytogen is probably how it's pronounced. Probably, maybe. And of course, this is one of those instances where there's a lot of white labeling where you have one company making multiple brands. So all the brands that are affected specifically include Tio Frisco, Dan Frisco, Rizzo Bros, Rio Grande, Food City, El Hucha, La Ordena, San Carlos, Campesino, San Maria, Dos Ranchitos, Casa Cardenas, and 365 Whole Foods Market. So quite many brands to say the least. In terms of the number of sick people, it looks like the states that were affected, or the people who were affected, resided in Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Nevada, North Carolina, Oregon, Tennessee, Texas, as well as Washington. And the CDC said that they were tracking the strain of Listeria for years prior to the food recall. They know the outbreak between 2017 and 2021. Let's see here. They reopened the case in 2024 January. Now the symptoms, let's see, can include, unfortunately, it hurts the people who are most innocent, which would be the young children and people with weak immune systems. And they know that symptoms usually start within 2 weeks after eating the contaminated foods with Listeria, but may start as early as the same day or as late as 10 weeks after. Now, they note that most of the common side effects are going to be fever, muscle aches, tiredness. They could also suffer from headaches, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, or seizures. So again, it's quite heartbreaking in this instance. This is more of a especially dark business blunder. We usually talk about car recalls and product recalls where you have some minor injuries, but unfortunately, this is the worst recall of all, where someone has actually passed away from it. So be especially careful if you see those in your kitchen. I was going to say your kitchen drawer, but realistically, you keep cheese in the fridge. Fridges have drawers, so metaphor still stands, or analogy, whatever. If you see that, I wouldn't even risk it. I'm trying to see if they actually specify the individual SKUs. I didn't see it earlier when I was reviewing this, but let's see here. In terms of the dates, and do not eat any. Yeah, they're just saying do not eat anything at all. If you have questions, you reach out to the company. If you feel so inclined, you can call them at 833-296-2233. They claim that that's your hotline. It's monitored 24 hours a day. And let's see here. They also say, the company did not respond immediately when they were called and asked for comment. So unfortunately, the business blunder day is quite dark, and some people did pass away. If you're aware of those brands, my 2 cents is throw them out immediately. Don't even risk it. And hopefully they're able to contain this and they don't have this type of incident again. But unfortunately, that dairy recall, it certainly is the business blunder of the day. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of February, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, and sharing it is also a great way to not only give me additional feedback, but also help with the magical YouTube algorithm and help it get shared more and more. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.